Morning, everybody. Todd here, and welcome back to another Monday Morning Mindfulness. This is part 4 of the Situational Awareness sub-training. Remember that these are just little bits, little things that you can add to routines that you already have. And with that in mind, we're going to pivot away from focusing on objects and actually take a moment to reflect upon experiences that you've had today or perhaps yesterday. I find that an activity like this typically works best at the end of a day. However, like I said a moment ago, you can just reflect on, if you want to do this now, things that happened yesterday or perhaps even earlier today. So with that being said, I'd like for you to just find a comfortable position and settle into the space. Just allow yourself to rest there for a moment. And like we have done in the past few exercises, I'd like for you to just ground yourself. In this instance, I'm just going to have you pay attention to your feet in contact with the floor. Just take a moment, however long you might need, and pay attention to those feet in contact with the floor, the pressure on the bottom of your feet. Good. Now I'd like for you to think back throughout today. I'm sure you've had a few challenges today, a few things that didn't go the way you were hoping they would go. And most likely, given the way the mind works, that's where you're focusing. So we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to balance out the equation and focus in on 3 things that we're grateful for today. If at any time you find that your mind wanders, just bring yourself back to your anchor, to your feet in contact with the floor and the pressure that you feel there. But I'd like for you to just take a moment now, search throughout today, or perhaps yesterday, and out loud, just simply say what you're thankful for. For instance, I'm glad that I woke up to the sun and had a nice cup of coffee with the sun. Now you take a moment and find something that you're grateful for. Think about it, and if you'd like, say it out loud. Then pick a second thing that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for this cool little digital watch that I have. I like the color of it, I like the shape of it, I like how it looks kind of old-fashioned-y. What are you grateful for? And then finally, as I sit here, I notice my pet, all curled up. He's over in the corner. So I'm grateful for my cat. I'm grateful for the peace that he brings me. What are you grateful for? Just pick a third thing. And there you have it. That's actually all you really need to do. And this is a mindful situational awareness exercise, which, if done often, can begin to have a pretty profound effect. It may not seem like it. It seems like it's a tiny little thing that you're doing. But what the research shows, and then what I have experienced myself, is that we are offsetting the natural tendency of the problem-solving mind to focus only on the things that it wants to get rid of, that it wants to do away with, that it wants to solve. For instance, I noticed that after doing this for a while, that I not only began to be grateful and have a need to do this each night before I went to bed. I like to do it right after I brush my teeth. But I also began to notice that as I was out for walks, or I was with friends or family, or at an event, I would have a moment of pause where I was able to be grateful right there and then in that moment. So if you'd like to add more moments like this throughout your day, we've got to start by doing a small, tiny little practice, something that we tack on to an exercise or a practice that you do already, like brushing your teeth. Give it a go. Try it for just 2 or 3 weeks and see if you begin to notice any difference at all. And if so, why don't you tell me about it in the comments below? And until the next time, may you be well.